The committee investigating the alleged treasury bond scam at the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has concluded that there is no evidence to the effect that the CBSL Governor Arjuna Mahendran was directly involved in the process of accepting bids for the issue. However, the committee has also noted serious lapses on the part of Bank of Ceylon, through whom perpetual treasuries had routed an unusually large amount of bids for 30-year bonds.
Issuing a statement today, the Ministry of Policy Planning and Economic Affairs noted that the committee has made far-reaching recommendations to ensure transparency and better governance at the central bank. The three-member committee, comprising of attorneys at law Gamini Pitipana, Mahesh Kalugampitiya and Chandimal Mendes, had reportedly interviewed a large number of individuals, including the governor, officials from the central bank, primary dealers and Perpetual Treasuries Limited. The statement reads that the committee observed several deficiencies at the CBSL's public debt department, which handles all matters relating to servicing the domestic and foreign debt of the government. In its 19-page report, the committee noted that since the PDD is dealing with the most sensitive information of the government, a proper supervisory and monitoring mechanism has to be immediately implemented. However, the committee found that Arjuna Mahendran had no direct role in deciding to accept bids over and above the 1 billion rupees stipulated in the 30-year bond tender and accept up to 10 billion rupees. The PDD had projected the government's funding requirement at 13.55 billion rupees as at the 2nd of March 2015. The committee has observed that even though the minutes of the relevant monetary board meeting specifies to issue a 30-year bond, the monetary board, of which the governor is chairman, had not decided on the amount. The committee noted that while this exercise is vested with the PDD, the decision to accept the excess amount has been taken by the Tender Board Committee, of which the governor of the central bank is not a member. Thereby, the committee has concluded that there is no direct evidence to the effect that Arjuna Mahendran had direct participation in the activities of the PDD and the Tender Board Committee. However, noting serious lapses on the part of the Bank of Ceylon, through which Perpetual Treasuries Limited had routed an unusually large amount of bids, the committee has observed that the bidding pattern of Perpetual Treasuries warrants further investigation. The committee has also noted that the Bank of Ceylon should carry out a forensic audit and seek explanations from its chief dealer and others on ad hoc decisions risking a large amount of BOC funds involved in the 30-year bond transaction. The statement issued by the Ministry of Policy Planning and Economic Affairs raises several questions. 1. If the CBSL governor is not responsible for increasing the requirement to 10 billion rupees, then who at the Tender Board Committee should be held accountable? 2. If it was not the governor who informed Perpetual Treasuries of the increased requirement, then who was it?
He may not be solely responsible, but he is principally responsible. He is the governor of the central bank, and his son-in-law was the partner with whom the loot has been shared. He, as the head of the bank, cannot escape from the responsibility of having let this transaction, which amounts to fraud. I have no doubt. I believe the courts will adjudicate correctly when it goes before them. I hope that will be sooner than later.
No governor is ever single-handedly responsible for anything at the central bank, and we really don't need a committee to tell us that. The fact is, Arjuna Mahendran as governor has admitted to a failure. It is this failure that resulted in the interest rates going up very unusually. What matters is that the interest rates, which were in the single digit, in the range of approximately 9.5%, mysteriously became 12.5%, and it is only one company that benefited. It really doesn't matter whether Mr. Mahendran made a mistake and whether it was a genuine mistake or whether it was a mistake that he did on purpose to the benefit of others. The fact remains that Mr. Mahendran, as the head of the central bank, must really resign right now, because the losses to this country continue to grow each and every day.
After allegations surfaced in the media on the alleged treasury bond scam, President Maithripala Sirisena ordered on the 9th of March that a three-member committee be appointed to investigate the matter. On the 10th of March, the Prime Minister's office issued a statement noting that Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe had appointed a 3-member committee to inquire into the allegations.
ශාසන වෙච්ච ප්‍රවෘත්ති තුළ මම දැක්කා දැනට කාල ආందోලනයකට තුඩුදී තිබෙන මහ බැංකුවේ මුදල් අනකර
I noticed in the news item that was broadcast a short while ago that 3 UNP lawyers have been appointed to investigate the controversial central bank bond issue. In truth, I see this as a farcical situation. On one hand, we saw that the President had yesterday ordered the appointment of a special investigative committee to investigate this matter because it was a highly technical financial fraud that had taken place. While 3 persons who have the technical expertise and an understanding of this matter should have been appointed to act on this, the United National Party has appointed 3 lawyers from the UNP-affiliated National Lawyers Association to investigate this matter. This is akin to getting the story from the rogue's mother.
කටයුතු කරන්න තිබියදී එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය විසින් එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ නීතිඥ සංගමයේ නීතිඥවරු 3 දෙනෙක් මෙම පරීක්ෂණයට පත් කිරීම මම දකින්නේ හොරාගේ අම්මගේ පේන අහනවා වගේ වැඩක් කියලා.
Speaking exclusively to Newsfirst on the 16th of March, CBSL Governor Arjuna Mahendran said that he takes responsibility for not informing primary dealers regarding the increased requirement.
But every time, Mr. Governor, there has been a treasury bond issue, there has been oversubscription, right?
Yes, but the point is, we don't, you see, my point is the knowledge that I had that the government needed the money was in the back of my mind, and my expectation was that we wouldn't have many bids at this auction, so we were going to look at other means of raising it.
So, Mr. Governor, there is a problem that persists with regard to the communication.
I agree. I mean, it's because the functioning of the market has not been perfect in the past. Now, in this instance, I think that communication didn't work properly. We should have said we needed to raise 10 billion, but of course, we had advertised it the previous day, and I only got to know of the treasury requirement on the Thursday. So, there was miscommunication. I accept that.